Hey girls and boys, I'm Abby Brown. What is the tallest animal in the world? I know you know this. That's right, it's the giraffe. And what's one of the biggest animals in the world? I'm talking bulky and heavy, like thousands of pounds heavy. I'll give you a hint. This animal has a horn off the end of its nose. It's a rhinoceros, you got it. We're here at the zoo to meet these two amazing animals and learn a little bit about conservation, which really just means protecting them and their natural habitats. Get ready to go wild with Iowa PBS and the Blank Park Zoo as we encounter the tallest and one of the biggest animals on Earth.
Those are one really important thing with these corals is we have to do with our seals and sea lions, and we're going to learn a little bit more about them.
Here are a few amazing animal facts for you. Giraffes have excellent eyesight, and they can spot predators like hyenas or lions from far away. Pretty handy, right? And when rhinos feel threatened, their instinct is not to run away, but to run directly at whatever has scared them. Can you imagine? Let's go meet these magnificent plant eaters here at the Blank Park Zoo.
Hi, my name is Ann, and I'm from the Blank Park Zoo, and with me I have my very special friends, the Eastern Black Rhinos. This is Ayana and her baby, Kamara. Did you know that Kamara just turned 1 in this past April? These guys are called Eastern Black Rhinos because they roll in dark soil and dark mud that gives them kind of that black look. It doesn't have anything to do with their skin color. It has to do with the soil that they roll and they wallow in. And they're a little bit different than a white rhino because the soil color is a little bit different in the region where the white rhinos live. Something else that you'll really notice about them, which is cool, if you look at their top lip. If you look at Ayana's top lip, it's pointed, and that's called a prehensile lip. And that lets her grab leaves and branches and fruit in the wild and eat it. And she's called a browser because she goes after those branches and those leaves. A white rhino, their top lip would be flat because they're grazers and they like to eat grass. So that's one of the ways that you can tell the difference between a white rhino and a black rhino. Other cool things about them, look at their size. Ayana is about 2,500 pounds. That is the size of a car. And her baby right now at 1 year old is just under 1,000 pounds. And at birth, she weighed 100 pounds, which is the size of an elementary student. Look at her horns. See how they're nice and big? Those horns are made of keratin, and it's a fibrous material, and it helps protect them. So when a rhino gets startled in the wild, the first thing they'll do is they charge, and then they'll investigate later. So that's how they get their reputation. They're actually quite docile animals by nature, but just don't startle them because that's when they will start to charge. The other cool thing you can notice about is their ears. See how their ears are moving back and forth? That's listening for any kind of danger or predators. So their ears will rotate all around, just like satellite dishes, catching up sound all around them to see what's going on. And the mom, Ayana, she's very aware of everything going on so that she can protect her baby, Kamara. Look at their feet. You see how they have, looks like almost toes on their feet? And when they walk, those toes, the pads flatten out in the ground, and that helps them from sinking into the ground when they are walking. And of course, they have little tails too. And if you look at their tails, just like on a horse, they'll use their tail to swat away bugs and flies. Did you know that rhinos are very intelligent animals? And at the zoo, we can actually train them to do different behaviors to help in their animal welfare and their care. They also make little sounds. So the babies, when they're young, and if they get nervous or if they get scared, they'll make a little call calling for their mom. And then mom is on high alert, knows that they need to go over and protect their young. Now you might be wondering, how much does the zoo feed these animals every single day? So we feed them about 50 pounds of food a day. So if you think about that, that is like 200 cheeseburgers. So 50 pounds of food. Now, of course, rhinos don't eat cheeseburgers. They prefer leaves and branches, and we feed them special pellets made just for rhinos, and then lots of vegetables and hay or different kinds of grasses. Something else that's really cool about them is they can live to be between 45 and 50 years old. So Ayana right here, the mom, she's only going to be 10 this year, so she hopefully has a long life ahead of her, and the little baby just turned 1. They have a long time to live with us and be with us at the zoo. Rhinos in the wild are endangered. They're being hunted over and over again for their horns. The horns really do not have a lot of value. Some people think they can be used for medicine. Some people like to make like handles for daggers out of them as a sign of wealth. But really, they don't have any medicinal value to them at all, and we want to make sure that these rhinos are protected. So at Blank Park Zoo, we work with the International Rhino Foundation, and we help protect those animals in the wild so they can build up their populations. And right now, our baby rhino, every rhino counts because a baby is only born every 2 to 3 years. So the mom could be pregnant for 15 months, which is over a year. So they do not have babies very often. So that's why we have to really protect them. And the Blank Park Zoo helps by doing that by having these guys over here. My friend Shannon behind me is feeding Jacoby. Jacoby is a male giraffe, and you can tell that he's a male because he has the bumps on his head that makes him really handsome to other giraffe. Giraffe are the largest mammals in the world. They can grow to be between 17 and 20 feet tall. Did you know that mammals all have fur? And giraffe have fur just like every other mammal, but it's really short because they live in Africa where it's warmer out. The other thing that all mammals have is they all have 7 neck bones. You have 7 neck bones too, and so do giraffe. But look at the giraffe's neck. That's so much longer than ours, and their bones are just much bigger than our bones, but we both have the same number. The other thing that's really neat is look at that long neck. That long neck can grow 6 feet long. That is the size of an adult human. Shannon's feeding Jacoby right there, and as she feeds him, look at his really long tongue. His tongue is a dark purple or a black color, and it can be 18 inches long. Giraffes spend about 75% of their day eating leaves in the wild. So almost the entire day they eat leaves, and they only rest a little bit. So they can stretch way up in the trees, and they'll wrap that tongue around a branch and pull all the leaves off of it. And that's how they eat. Giraffe have unique patterns. No two giraffe is the same. So if you look at their patterns on the side of their body, that's how you can tell them apart, just like your own fingerprints that you have is unique to you. If you look at Jacoby's head, he has ossicones. Those are those big horns that stick up from his head. Every giraffe, both boys and girls, males and females, have those ossicones, and that's to serve as protection for them, especially when they're browsing in the trees for those leaves. Those ossicones help protect their heads. You can also notice his ears. Look at those ears. Giraffe are herbivores, and they're prey species, so predators will try and catch them. And so they are always on the lookout for predators, and so those ears rotate around just like those big satellite dishes, listening for any danger that could be nearby. And when they hear danger, they will start running, and they can run really fast for short distances. How many hours a day do you sleep at night? Giraffe really don't sleep very much at all. In fact, they will sleep for very, very, very short times, just a few minutes at a time standing up. Once in a while, you'll see a giraffe can sit down, but their head is always upright with their long neck, and it's very difficult for them to stand back up again. That's why most of the time, giraffe will always stay standing, and you'll always see them sleeping when they're standing up.
What a thrill that was. absolutely fascinating animals. Thank you for going wild with Iowa PBS and the Blank Park Zoo. I'm Abby Brown, and always remember to ask questions and wonder. That's what science is all about.